Mick Corrigan here from Matching Coach, and delighted to introduce you to Glen Higson. Glen is the founder and managing director of Business Insight 3, and he's got an abbreviation for Business Insight 3, which I'll explain to you shortly. So tell us all about Business Insight 3, Glen. What's it all about?
Okay, nice to see you again, Mick. Thank you. Yeah, to get that cleared up. Most people now know us as BI3, and that's what we shorten to, but it does stand for Business Insight 3. That's where we originated from. Yeah, so my background is in CCTV, so I go back about 35 years into the CCTV industry, and founded Business Insight 3, BI3, in 2009. So we're going, 15, 16 years, and we supply high-end security and business intelligence equipment. Our strapline is that we're experts in human, vehicle, and object detection. And how we encapsulate that is we tend to use video-based technology, and we can do any number of things with that. The security industry for protection of buildings and perimeters, health and safety issues is becoming increasingly a big part of our business, identifying dangerous areas, people not wearing PPE, that type of thing. Operations, business management, and again, increasingly, we've got our own software development team, and we're creating dashboards for customers so that they can collect data from their sites and their businesses to take actionable decisions on that data. So that's increasingly part of our business. And just to finish off, where we sit in the supply chain is our customers tend to be integrators, installers of equipment, etc. But we work very closely with end users. So it's usually a three-way thing. There's us as a supplier of the equipment, the integrator who installs it, and the end user who obviously uses the equipment. So we tend to work that way. But it's that sort of technology that we're involved in.
So I'm guessing that's pretty niche, Glen. Pretty specialized, is it?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, even though we came out of the CCTV industry, strangely, we don't even sell cameras because there's lots of other people who can sell cameras. We use that video image and those video images to do other things with, to manipulate that thing, extract data, to find out other pieces of information. So we're supplying video analytics, number plate recognition, data collection. AI is increasingly becoming part of our world, yeah, we've sort of got ourselves in that, exactly that word, in that niche position where we become a specialist partner of integrators. So they might go and buy the cameras and the cables and the hardware off somebody else, but they'll come to us for the software, the solution, the specialist stuff. So yeah, we've got ourselves in a nice position, really. Well, I say the industry, we're now creeping into other people's industries, with business intelligence, etc.
And as niche as it might be, Glen, I guess your customers will have other options. What do you think differentiates you that makes them come towards you?
Yeah, they do, and I think those options become increasingly specialist, whereas we can give a much broader service and solution. So we've got that best of breed technology, which others have got in some ways, but we've got a very innovative approach, and that might mean flexible finance that we offer. Simple things like that was relatively simple. We have a project management mentality. So we've got a team of people who work with the client to manage the project through. And probably most importantly, we've got that in-house software development where another company might have to go outside to find that developer. We've got them in-house, and that means that we can do both integrations, hardware and software, and as I said earlier, and it will probably come up again in some of the conversation, this development of dashboards, innovative, bespoke dashboards for a customer. What is it exactly you want to see? The means to an end is the software, the camera, the video, but it's what ends up on the guy's desk at the end of the day. And that data becomes really important to them about how they use it. It could be for marketing, it could be for health and safety issues, it could be preemptive maintenance, lots of different things. And that's opening up lots of opportunities. But I think it's that not so much an end-to-end solution, but more of the solution that we can supply. That's what differentiates us, really.
So the dashboard helps them to put some facts behind their decision making rather than just their intuitive gut feel on stuff.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And it can be for lots of different reasons, and we never cease to amaze what people ask
Mm.
us. Can you do this or can you get this information? Sometimes we can't do it, but other times, yeah, it can be for marketing purposes. It can be for a return on investment. Are we doing the right thing? Are we opening the right rooms? How many people have we got in it? How many cars are passing this particular junction? How many people are using the bridge? It can be virtually anything. I mean, we're doing a thing now, a project now for a leading industrial catering company, and what they want to know is what is all the utility uses of the kitchen: gas, electricity, water. How many times is the fridge door open? How many times is the cooker switched on, etc., etc. Because it helps them cut their costs. They know where costs are going, how much the usage is. Do we switch a piece of equipment for a AAA rated, and how much does that save us? So we're collecting that data for them, pushing it out onto a dashboard. So it's really opening up
Fascinating,
lots of
fascinating
different
stuff.
things.
Yeah.
It's incredible, yeah.
So the business is progressing well by the sounds of it.
It
What
is
does the future
indeed.
look like, Glenn?
Yeah, optimistic, but that's part of my nature as well.
You have to be being a Burnley fan. I can see the picture in the background.
Absolutely, absolutely. I once heard a bloke in a meeting say somebody told him that there was a recession on, and he said, "Yeah, that's okay, but we've decided not to join." You know what I mean? It's
Absolutely.
so. Yeah, we're optimistic because, again, like you've mentioned, we've put ourselves in this niche position. We're recognised as a specialist. Um, we're very much of a partnership company, so people, once they work with us, they tend to work with us again and again. And I think two other things that give me, a lot of not hope, but that push that optimism is that the technology is moving. So we're picking up on new technology, and that increases the number of applications. So if you can find the right technology and apply it to the right application, sometimes the challenge is to make sure you're not spreading yourself too thinly. That you haven't got scope creep in the business and you're trying to do everything, because the technology is there. It's the application that matters, and where's the ROI for the customer. But I think whilst things like this are developing, the opportunity is increasing, definitely. Yeah.
And in those 15, 16 years you've been in business, Glenn, what have been the key learnings for you along the way?
Well, you can imagine 35 years. I've learned, well, I hope I've learned quite a bit, you know what I mean? So I probably made a lot of mistakes as well. But I think the key ones from a personal point of view is that, left school at 16 with a few O levels, didn't take any formal education, went into the building trade, but I built a successful career in another industry. And I think it can be an inspiration to other people as well, that you don't necessarily need these things. They're more than helpful. Don't quit university or anything else, but you can do it. I think what have I learned? I think you take calculated risks. I think you've got to stay curious and inquisitive about what's going on. You've got to listen and learn and read from successful people. I think two last things. I think employ people who are smarter than you. It's a real big one, and be brave to do that. Know that that person's better than you at that particular job or whatever, but bring them in. And then, one of my favorite quotes is that you don't build a business, you build people, and the people build the business. And I think if you follow that, you've got a much better chance of being successful. Look after the people, invest in them, give them time, let them grow professionally and personally, and they'll stick with you. I've got, a number of people here. Tomorrow, we're giving a couple of awards to the fourth people who have worked for me for 10 years in that 15 years. So I've got 4 people who worked for me for longer than 10 years. And I think that's a really good sign, so good.
You must be very proud of that as well.
I'm indeed, yeah. And it's the people. It's nothing else. It's not, isn't the business great? It's the people who are great, so yeah. Might be a lot there, but those are my little maxims in life, I think.
Fantastic. And if you had the chance to, the hypothetical chance to start it all over again, what might you do differently?
Well, I'm going to say one of the answers is I wouldn't, isn't it? But no, I would do it again. I think the only things I would do differently would be I'd have done it earlier, I'd have done it faster, I'd have looked to expand and take bigger risks earlier. And I think I'd have just done things a little bit faster in my career. Things sort of happened and the opportunity came along. And really, when I look back, I think maybe I could have done it all 5, 6, 7, 8 years. And I'd have probably retired now, Mick, and not talking to you. So, but yeah, I think I'd have just done things a little bit faster, been a bit braver at times, and gone after it. We've done well and we've been successful, but yeah, just gone for it a bit earlier, you know.
Well, Glenn, I'm glad you're still here to talk to us. And well done on what you've done. And congratulations on what you're going to go and achieve. I'm sure it sounds like a great future.
Thank you very much. Thanks,
So
mate.
well
Thanks.
done. Thank you.
Thank you.